Hello everyone, my name is Runzi. Welcome back to another episode of Coaster. It is -17 today with some heavy snowfall, and we're taking a look at the 2019 Honda CR-V Touring. Let's roll the clip. Welcome back everyone. Hope you all enjoyed the cinematic we did for the 2019 Honda CR-V. Now the trim line we're looking at today is the Touring trim line, and I just can't get over how cold it is outside. I don't even know why we're outside today shooting this vehicle, but we just want to bring some premium content for you guys to watch at home. Now this is the 5th generation of the CR-V. If you're unfamiliar with redesign, let's take a closer look at some of the key features, highlights that I really enjoy in this car. Now this car sits at around 40,500 Canadian in the Canadian market. Looking at the front, you're going to have the LED daytime running light and LED headlights with the fog lights below. I mean, since the redesign, I kind of like the front fascia a lot better than the previous generation. It's a lot more aggressive, sportier, and overall have that sophistication to it, especially when the color is in black. Moving at the profile of the vehicle, you're going to notice a set of 18-inch aluminum alloy wheels done in 2 tones. Number 1 is kind of with silver aluminum color, number 2 is black, and I love the pattern of these wheels a lot because it's so uniquely different than the other SUVs on the market. I do wish, however, they have optional 19-inch or 20-inch wheels for me to choose from, but then again, that's a personal preference. Moving at the rear side of the vehicle, one of the most distinctive, dominant thing that you're going to notice is the taillight. A lot different than the bubbly taillight that we've seen in the previous generations. The angular lines, the sharp corners here and there really stands out on the styling part of the CR-V, and I like that a lot. And since we're looking at the Touring trim line, this car is equipped with the hands-free power tailgate. 1, 2, 3, bam, look at that. In less than 3 seconds, the technology will respond back to me and it opens. And I love it when cars have features and the technology respond quickly to these features, right? That's a definitely bonus for the Hondas. And looking in the trunk, very spacious, and the seats do fold 60/40 with the levers on both sides. We know some other SUVs don't have the levers on the side, RAV4s. And folding the seats, as you can see, it folds fairly flat, and you can have some unique configurations of what you want to store in the trunk because of the flat surface. And of course, you can either tap the button or motion the gesture, and bam, look at that. I just can't believe how quickly the technology it is on the CR-V. And to finish off the rear bumper, you have this spoiler, and I'm gonna quickly get inside because it's cold. You feel that, guys? Heated steering wheel, perfect for the weather condition we're experiencing today. So on the interior, again, not much has changed since the previous years, but what are some things that are noticeably different than the previous years? There are 3 things. Number 1 is the price difference. Each trim, we're gonna be adding about $100. And number 2, we've removed the EXL Navi trim line. So the only way that you can get navigation is go with the Touring trim line. Number 3 is a brand new white color for the year 2019. Now, one thing I do look for, especially in the cold Canadian weather, is how comfortably heated I am on the inside. Of course, this car is equipped with the heated steering wheel, heated seats, and the climate control comes out fairly quickly, so I am able to warm myself up in quite a short period of time. Looking at the inside, everything is saturated with leather, and the panels are all soft touch as well. Very nice, very sophisticated, and this car is equipped with memory seats with some power options to my left hand side. I'm not 100% sure if this panel over here, this brown panel over here, is real wood or genuine wood. We're not sure. If you do know if it's real wood, leave it in the comment section below and let us know. The steering wheel feels very nice, and there's some safety features on the right hand of your steering wheel, which is the lane keep assist and the adaptive cruise control. Looking up ahead, the The dash, again, same as the previous years. Very simple and elegant, but for me, I'm not a big fan of the grooves over here that separates from the center into the 2 gauges on the both sides. I like it once again when the screen's flat and I see all of the information without the division, right? On my left hand side where my knee is, you have additional safety features over here, lane departure warning, things like that, traction control, and Honda Sensing is a standard safety option across all of the Honda vehicles in 2019. Now I do wish the CR-V would come with wireless charging pad, but then again it's a personal preference. I mean, the center over here is a little bit complicated. There is a power outlet over here, but you can't really put your phone over here, it doesn't fit. I mean, the cup holder in the center over here is a little bit small as well, but you can remove this panel over here and the space is pretty big in the center console, and that's where your USB is, and that's where you can put your phone right here in the center console. Of course, once you connect, Apple CarPlay will come on and you don't need to look at your phone ever again when you're driving, right? Looking at my right hand side, this is where your transmission gear selector is, done in a stick shift manner. I like that a lot. For me, I'm very old and traditional. I like it when I have physically shift instead of turning it with a scroll or pressing it with the push button transmission gear selector. And of course, this car is equipped with brake hold or auto hold. Anytime that you are in traffic and you hold your brake for about a second, the car will automatically apply the brake pressure for you, so you don't have to keep your foot on the brake. Again, looking up ahead, this car is equipped with dual zone climate control with the heated seats that I just talked about. Looking up ahead, you do have a 7-inch infotainment display system, touchscreen with the navigation. I like Honda software because the saturation and the color is very crisp, especially the lettering, making it the overall experience a lot more modern and sophisticated, right? This car does also have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Looking at the rear view camera, you have different angles so you can choose from. And of course, the lines turn as you turn the wheel. Some of the other Honda platforms, especially when it comes to the infotainment screen, is that they added buttons on either both left or right side of the screen. For me, I like it when they made the design very simple and it is just a flat screen, period. Of course, you have the volume up button over here. I also like the physical volume button instead of the sliding up and down touch, so I know exactly how much volume I'm getting, right? So by making the screen overall flat, I do feel the overall experience, for me at least, is a lot more enjoyable. And one of the most unique features about the Honda CR-V in its competitive range is the panoramic sunroof, right? I know a lot of the manufacturers don't offer panoramic sunroofs for the SUV. Now the downfall to that is some manufacturer offers black headliners. Well, for the CR-V, this white gray is the only thing you can get. For me, I would love it if I can get a black option. It just makes the whole overall car feel a lot more sophisticated and modern, right? Again, personal preference when it comes to styling. As I mentioned before, this kind of wood trim line runs across the entirety of the front and extends all the way to the rear as well. As you can see, guys, the wood trim extends all the way to the rear, again adding that elegant and sophistication look of the Honda CR-V. One thing I do notice about the rear seat is that the center is very flat, so you can rest your legs in the center very comfortably if you don't have the room to rest your feet on either side of the center, right? So the front seat is already adjusted to the way I am driving. I'm about 6 feet, so the leg space and head space is quite spacious on the CR-V. Now I do wish the CR-V would have the option to add the third row seating, just in case you have a family that requires, you know, your mom, dad, and your spouse, right? And you want to have kids sitting in the back. But if you're adults, don't even think about it. The third row seating in a compact crossover SUV is not comfortable whatsoever. Last but not least, opening up over here, you have 2 cup holders, and of course, guys, the rear seats do have heated seats as well because we're at the Touring trim line. And overall feeling on the leather, either in the front or the rear, feels very comfortable to sit in. But I just like how quickly this car warms up and keeps me warm in a matter of seconds once I get inside. So what do we have here, guys? We have a 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that's giving you 190 horsepower and 179 pound-feet of torque. And I know there has been so much debate about the oil dilution problem, especially in the CR-Vs, but rest assured, guys, Honda has let us know that this problem has been solved. even since the previous years, right? And I do realize that, you know, this is a big concern for some people, especially when buying a brand new vehicle, right? So, you know, that only happened in extreme cold weather. I think even in -17 today, I don't think that that's even considered as extreme cold weather. And this is still the CVT transmission. I mean, it's smooth, but it just lacks a little bit of driving pleasure and personality. I mean, the pickup speed and the driving is very constant. You know, it's great for family, especially you have kids in the back, so you don't have the jolty, you know, six or 8-speed automatic transmission, switching gears, making it, you know, a little bit not smooth. But for me, if I were to purchase the SUV, I do need a 6 or 8-speed automatic just so I have the driving pleasure for my day-to-day commute, right? One great thing about the CR-V is not only its all-wheel drive system, but you can see the power distribution right in front of you. I mean, the CR-V will calculate and use all-wheel drive if it's needed, but it is still a front-wheel drive biased vehicles for that additional fuel economy of your day-to-day commute, right? So right now I can see if I accelerate a little bit, I can see more power is sent to the front wheel. It's letting me know that not all 4 wheels is needed, even though we have snow on the ground and we have cold temperature. I mean, braking on this car, I know a lot of people tend to panic, especially when they realize they need to emergency brake. It does slide a little bit, but guys, that's not the correct way to brake in case of emergency, right? So you want to slowly, you know, put pressure on the brake and slowly, and then that's the best way to brake whenever you're in a low traction environment. So don't slam on the brake next time if you are running into an emergency situation. Just slowly tap on the brake. I know it's hard to do, but that's the most correct way to keep you more safe on the road and try to avoid some of that accident if possible, right? Overall feeling, I think pairing that with the Honda Sensing, with the technology, it is a definitely great choice for family. In regards to, you know, driving pleasure here and there, I would go with the Mazda CX-5, which is my personal favorite, especially the 310 pound-feet of torque right there for you, right? Different SUV depending on what you're looking for, and I guess that as a completion package, especially for your family, great choice. And definitely the safety features will win you and put you at an ease, peace of mind for you and your family. So that's all from me today, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the review and the cinematic we did for the 2019 Honda CR-V Touring. And I want to give a quick thank you to Whippy Offshore Honda for letting us experience this vehicle. Make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button. My name is Ranzi, and I will see you on a brand new episode of Cold Start next Saturday, because it's so cold. I'm gonna go. Peace.